guys, it's FatherStack here, and I'm here with a very different kind of video today. I was talking about this briefly in my last video, and I've always spoken about films, but I have another love, and that's a love for music, and so this is my music video. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've thought about doing this for a couple of months now, and this won't be a permanent direction. I will still be talking about films occasionally, but I'll also be doing this in between. So I thought just a wee bit to jazz up the channel. So hopefully if you're like me and you like music as well as films, then this might be a breath of fresh air to you. This wasn't the band I was originally going to do. I am talking about Oasis. They are a very divisive band. They're quite polarising. Some people love them, some people hate them. And you'll see my opinion, hear my opinions in 2 minutes. They're a really divisive band, and I understand why, and I'll get into my opinions. This wasn't the band I was originally going to do. The original band had a much larger discography. And one day, a couple of months ago, I was listening to Oasis and thought, oh, I think I could do this. I'm pretty familiar with most of their catalogue. There are a couple of albums that I had to listen to quite a few times because I wasn't that familiar with them. So, and what I am doing today is I am ranking the albums from the worst to the best, or from my least favourite to my favourite. I'm a positive person, so I try to look at least favourite to favourite. That's why I'm going from bottom to high, because I want to end on a positive note. I will also probably do a video tomorrow where I'm talking about my least favourite and my favourite songs. So today I was going to go through all the albums. They've got 7 studio albums. When I was thinking about doing my other band, I was going to say no live albums, no compilation albums, just studio albums. And this was going to be the same for Oasis. But they do have one compilation album that I do feel needs to be spoken about. So that will be in the list. So you've got 7 studio albums, you've got 1 compilation album. Find out where they come. Again, this is all my opinion, so everybody hears music differently. So my bottom could be somebody's top, and my top could be somebody's bottom, and that's completely understandable. Once this video is over, I want you to leave a comment, probably like how would you rank these albums? What's your least favourite? What's your favourite? Why? And I'll join the discussion with you. I will comment. Just don't be a dick about it. Don't say, oh, you're an asshole for thinking this. Nah. I won't respond to those comments. Just give your opinion and give mine. We've all got opinions, and that's what's great about this, I think. And that's why I wanted to do this. I'm really excited about doing this. There might be some picks that some might find controversial, probably. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I usually write my notes on a pad of paper, but I couldn't find a pad of paper anywhere. I was going to go out and buy one, but I just put my notes on my phone. Right, so shall we begin? I'm excited about this. Right, we'll see how this goes. So 8 albums at the bottom. Right. So let's play a little drinking game. This year I had a little bit of fun to this. Right, every time I mention the Beatles, take a drink. Every time I mention a member of the Beatles, take a drink. Because there are a lot of Beatles influences, and I probably will be mentioning them quite a bit. Because I also love the Beatles. Every time I say I wish I ranked something higher than I've actually got it, take a drink. I'm trying to think of something else what will be fun. Every time, I just say every time I swear take a drink, but you'll be wasted if I do that. So yeah, every time I mention the Beatles, or comparison to the Beatles, a member of the Beatles, Ringo Starr, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, or George Harrison, I don't have to mention who the Beatles are. You all know. Take a drink. I think that's it. Right, we'll go on with this. Right, so At my number 8, at the very bottom, can you guess? It's Don't Believe the Truth. This is the shortest album at 42 minutes and 52 seconds. It's one of only 2 albums that doesn't have a song over 6 minutes. And it's the first official album with Zach Starkey on drums after Alan White was sacked. He played as a session musician on the album before this, Heathen Chemistry. Zach Starkey is the son of Ringo Starr. So I'm not gonna force you to take a drink. I'm not gonna prompt you, but that's the first Beatles reference. Right, so on to the songs. I'll talk about the songs. There are 11 on this album, and then I'll give my sum up of the album. So the first song, Turn Up the Sun. I really like the song. It got quite a good beat to it. Yeah, I like the main riff. I love the wee chorus. Maybe a little bit repetitive, but it feels way shorter than it actually is. I think it's because both the intro and outro kind of go on for a bit. But the verse there is the verse and chorus in the middle, and that doesn't seem too long. But yeah, good song written by Andy Bell, who was the newest guitarist at this point. Most of the songs are written by Noel Gallagher. I should have said that, unless I know otherwise. Yeah, pretty good song. Next song is Mucky Fingers. Now, I don't know much about production. I was going to say that when I do these reviews, I'm not going to be talking about production or the mixing. I don't know shit about that. I'm going to just talk about how the songs sound to me and how I like them. But Mucky Fingers was the one who's like, oh, it's a good song, but the drums and the bass are like, you know, do right in my ears. So it's like, it's right, and Noel Gallagher who's on vocals, sounds way in the background, but all here is all the way through it. It's like it doesn't sound that great to me. That's the only thing I can think about when people talk about production. It's the only time I kind of notice it. There's a harmonica in it as well. It's really hard to hear. I don't know if this is intentional or not. But yeah, it's a decent song. Next one. Now, this is one of the albums I was speaking about when I'm not that familiar with it. I'm just going to adjust my camera a little bit just to get the lighting okay. Right. I wasn't that familiar with it. I'd listened to it about 2 times before doing this review, and I've listened to it about 3 times since then. But the one thing I did know about the song is that it had the big #1 single. I had Lila on it, and it was the one I was dreading because I never liked Lila. Never liked it. It was a huge single. It was huge over here. People loved it. And if you've never heard the song or aren't aware of Oasis or that, you'd maybe think it was a ballad song. No, it's a big stomping song. Big do do. You know, it's a really thumping kind of rock song. And listening to it this time, it's like, okay, yeah, it starts off pretty good. I quite like the main riff. I like the verses. And then the chorus comes in. I was like, yeah, this is why I hate this song. I fucking hate this chorus. I hate this song. I really, really don't like this song. And it's one of the main reasons this album's at the bottom of the list. I hate Lila. It's probably the most controversial thing I'm going to say today. But I really don't like that song. And it's 5 minutes, 10 seconds long. It's far too long. I like the verses okay, but that chorus just kills it for me. Anyway, track 4. Love Like a Bomb, written by Liam Gallagher and Game Archer, who's the new bassist. I think so. No, he's the guitarist. Andy Bell's the bassist. I got them mixed up. Sorry, yeah, he's the bassist. No, Game Archer's the guitarist. So yeah, this is a rare collaboration in songwriting here, because it's usually just one person. Usually all know. But later albums, other people made contributions, and this is actually, I think, maybe the only song that has 2 people writing, and it's Love Like a Bomb, and yeah, it's alright. It's got kind of a John Lennon vibe to it, and I do like the lyric, you turn me on, your love's like a bomb, it's blowing my mind. I quite like that, but it's an okay song. It's not there. Then there's The Importance of Being Idle. I do remember this song. This was a single. I love this song. This is one of my favourite songs. This is a brilliant song. It's got almost like a ragtime feel about it. I love the music video. It's one of these, I don't usually watch music videos, but this is one of the songs I would recommend watching the music video to. It's got the Welsh actor Rhys Ifans in it. And he's like an undertaker. It's all black and white. It's really good, and he starts dancing to the song. It's really good. It's just a song about laziness, but it's really good. I love the melody of it. I love Noel singing in it. Yeah, it's a really good song. Next one is The Meaning of Soul. This is written by Liam Gallagher. This song's brilliant. This is like a really punky song. Yeah, there's one problem with it. It's 1 minute 42. It's so short and it's overdone with. It's like, oh yeah, take a drink every time I mention the length of a song. Yeah, this one's way too short. It's really good though. Next one, also written by Liam, is Guess God Thinks I'm Able. It's okay. There's not much to say about it. It's got kind of a 70s feel about it. Liam's singing's quite, I don't know, it's not really remarkable to me. Next one, Part of the Queue. This one is actually quite a prophetic song. This was written about like when the Queen would die, and there would be all these queues, and everybody's waiting hours and hours and hours on this queue, and then two TV presenters would just jump the queue, head to the front, thinking they're better than everybody else. They were called Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby. That just happened like 2 days ago. I couldn't resist that. But yeah, this is a really good song. Bad jokes aside, this is a really good song. The kind of the music just kind of reminds me of Golden Brown by the Stranglers. Not the melody of the singing, but something to do. I think it might be the bass. I don't know about what it is. I think it's either maybe the bass and the drums, but it reminds me a lot like the Golden Brown by the Stranglers. Tell me what you think. Do you hear the same thing? Next one is Keep the Dream Alive by written by Andy Bell. Yeah, this is a really good song. When I was doing this list and I saw the track list, I was like, this is the one I couldn't remember. But after listening to it, yeah, it's got that kind of almost Indian vibe that some of the later, like one of the earlier albums did. And yeah, after hearing it gets stuck in my head. Yeah, it's pretty good. Number 10 is A Bell Will Ring, written by Game Archer. Again, this is one of my favourites on the album. This is really good. Again, this is at the bottom. This album's at the bottom of my list. It's got songs that are brilliant on it. So this shows you what I think of these albums already. And the last one is Let There Be Love. Again, I do remember the single. What is quite noteworthy about this, it's only 2 songs I know that have both Noel and Liam on lead vocals. It's like Liam sings the first verse and the second verse and the chorus, and then Noel comes in the third verse. And that's another thing, is that you can tell who's singing. You can't get these two, even though they're brothers, you can't get these two people mixed up by the way they sing. They've got completely different singing styles. So yeah, that's Don't Believe the Truth. When I first listened to it, when I knew I was going to be doing this list, when I first listened to this, when I knew I was going to be doing this list, I was going to give this like a 6 out of 10. But I've upped my rating. It's a 6.5. It is better than I thought it was. It is an album that does require multiple listens, I will say that. It's not the best. It does suffer from having a few dud tracks, but yeah, it picks up at the end. It's just a wee bit at the start that I don't like. Turn Up the Sun's good. Mucky Fingers is alright. Then it's Lila, Love Like a Bomb's not too good. Then it's good there. Guess God Thinks I'm Able. Yeah, it's a mixed bag. So yeah, that's at my bottom. Number 7, Healing Chemistry. This is technically the longest album. It's 76 minutes and 36 seconds, but it does have 28 minutes and 53 seconds of complete silence, which I'll get into at the end. So it's only 47 minutes and 43 seconds. This is Game Archer and Andy Bell's first time as full time members after Bonehead and Gwigsy were sacked. That was a previous guitarist and bassist. So it starts off with the Hindu Times. Now the Hindu Times, in my opinion, is what Lila was trying to be. I think Lila was trying to capitalise on the Hindu Times, and the Hindu Times was the big #1 single of this album. And it's 5 billion times better. It's just so much better. I love the Hindu Times. It's so much better than Lila. I can see what they were trying to do, but Lila doesn't work for me, and this works for me on every level. I love the Hindu Times. It's a great opener, and they're usually really good at opening albums. And this goes to show I love the Hindu Times. Force of Nature. It's a different song, especially for the second song, where it's more slow paced. It's no singing on vocals. I really like the song. I know a lot of people don't. I love Noel's vocals on it. It's a really different kind of song. Like the way Part of the Queue from Don't Believe the Truth. That was like the odd one out of that album. That's why I liked it so much. Force of Nature's kind of like that. I get a lot of people not liking Force of Nature. I really like it. Hung in a Bad Place. This was the first song written by Game Archer. It's okay. Stop Crying Your Heart Out. This was another one of the big singles. It's pretty good for a ballady kind of song. Kind of chatting it on these inner John Lennon. Yeah, it's pretty good. I quite like it. I never used to like it. I used to get on my nerves, but I like the instrumental one. It's really good. Songbird, I'm not that fond on it. A lot of people like it. It's okay. It's only 2 minutes and 7 seconds long, so I can live with it. Little by Little. This was another big single. This is sung by Noel. This is fantastic. This is just an absolute perfect single. Absolutely amazing song. A Quick Peep. This is written by Andy Bell. It's an instrumental. 1 minute 17 seconds. This is a throwaway track. Probably All in the Mind. This is it has got it's got that kind of psychedelic feeling that was on quite a bit of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. Reminds me a bit like Who Feels Love. Yeah, it's a good song. I really like Probably All in the Mind. She Is Love. This is getting another one that's sung by Noel, and yeah, it's like an upbeat song, but I don't really care for either of them. It's just number 10 is Born on a Different Cloud. This is written by Liam Gallagher. Yeah, the bass on this is amazing. I love this song. It is again really John Lennon like. I love the outro to it. Yeah, it's one of my favourites on the album. It's fantastic. Then you got Better Man, which was written by Liam. This is what ends the album. It's not bad. It's quite a dirty kind of rock song. It's got a good beat to it. And then you have 28 minutes and 53 seconds of silence. And there is nothing in between that. It is all just silence. I remember buying this album as a teenager. I was like, it says it's 79 minutes or whatever. It's like, I've only been listening to this for, not nearly like an hour. It's silent. And then you've got an instrumental which goes on for 4 minutes and 49 seconds called The Cage. That's okay. I could imagine them putting that together with The Cage together with a Quick Peep, and it would have made like a longer instrumental, but either way I wouldn't have really cared for it. It's just okay. I give it a 7 out of 10. It's the good parts are really good, and the lulls aren't that bad. It's not as bad as the parts I don't like and Don't Believe the Truth. Yeah, that's pretty good. Number 6 is Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. That's an intentional misquote. It's based on the Isaac Newton saying, quote, saying that if I have seen further than any other man, it's because I was standing on the shoulders of giants. And Noel was drunk one day apparently, and he saw it on a coin, I think a £2 coin, and he wrote it down on a matchbox, and he misquoted it as standing on the shoulder of giants instead of shoulders, and he thought, I'll make a good album title, which I thought was quite funny. This is 47 minutes and 53 seconds long, or 51 minutes and 43 seconds with the bonus track. Paul Bonehead Arthurs and Paul Gwigsy McGuigan were sacked and no played all the instruments on this album. It starts with Fucking in the Bushes, which is an instrumental and samples quotes from Message of Love, which is a documentary about the Isle of Wight Festival in 1970, which I guess was a kind of it must have been a disaster, because it sounds like a lot of fighting and stuff and a lot of swearing. Really good instrumental, really good way to open the album, but it doesn't represent the album very well. It's a really good kind of rocky song. Most of the album is quite slow paced, but yeah, it's really good. Walmart banned this album because of that, the title track, not the title track, because of Fucking in the Bushes, because it's got swearing in it. It's like, really? I mean, that wouldn't happen over here. I mean, we've got Asda, which are owned by Walmart, and I'm pretty sure when I was 13 or 14 I bought this album from Asda. Albums, not really albums, but films and that can be banned over here, but by kind of like the BBFC, the BBFC, they could ban a film, but there wouldn't be a shop without officially being banned. A shop or a store or a supermarket can't actually say, we're not selling this album. I mean, it's up to the consumer if they want to buy it or not. If it's legally available to buy, you can buy it. If it's a film, if it's got an age rating and you're the right age, you can buy that. But a shop can't actually say, we're not selling that. It wouldn't really happen over here. So that's quite weird that Walmart would just say, yeah, we're not selling this because it's got fuck in the title, you know. Anyway, yeah, good song. Track 2. This was another number 1 single, Go Let It Out. Love this song. Love the pre-chorus. Love the bass in it. You know, you like, you know, get in with the bass. You actually say something like that, you know, come in with the bass, and you hear the bass coming in. It's the bass in this band is like really prominent, and I like the bass in a lot of these songs. And I play a bit of bass, so I like bass. Except for a mucky finger where the bass and the drums are like right in your ear. That's quite annoying. Yeah, really good song. One of my favourites. Number 3, Who Feels Love. This has got that kind of Hare Krishna, kind of Indian kind of vibe that the Beatles done. Like during their kind of Hare Krishna thing, you know. Yeah, really good song. Really slow paced. Not what Fucking in the Bushes would lead you to believe it's going to be. But yeah, it's a good. On the PC just beep. Yeah, really good song. Put your money where your mouth is. This is a more rockier song. This is kind of what more kind of Oasis fans would expect. Yeah, really good song. Yeah, I like the chorus. I like every bit of it. It's a really good rocker. Really good song. Little James. This is the song that everybody could guarantee will hate. It's written by Liam. It's the first song he ever wrote. It's about his stepson at the time. I love this song. This is one of my favourites on the album. It's got a little bit like that Hey Jude, where it goes the na-na-nas. I love everything about this song. I hadn't heard this album in a long time, since I was maybe like 17, 18. I bought it when I was about maybe 13, 14, but I hadn't heard it in a long time until I was doing this. And this was the song that I remember not really liking. And when I heard Little James, like, this is actually a really good song. It's the emotion in it's genuine. You can tell it's not a bullshit. You know, it's a really touching song. Really good song. It's one of my favourites on the album. It's fantastic. Next one, Gas Panic. This is a dark song. This is really dark. This is like about coming off of drugs. It's a great song. It's one of the best on the album. I wish I could put this album higher, but there are reasons why I haven't. Why it's as low as it is. Like, see when the bass comes in the song, I swear the song's like 90% bass. The bass is really prominent in this album. It's really good. It's quite a long song. It's like 6 minutes and 8 seconds. It's yeah, it's really, really good. Next one, Where Did It All Go Wrong? This was before I listened to this album and I saw the name of the song. Like I said, I hadn't listened to the album in a long time. This was the one where I was like, I can't quite remember the song. And then as soon as the first note came on, I remember the song. This song's fucking brilliant. I love it. It's fantastic. I know I'm saying fantastic a lot, but it's a really, really good song. It's Noel Gallagher at the peak of his vocals. It's great. I love this song. I love the kind of... the way he sings it is just really, really nice. And that chorus is just... it's incredible. It's amazing. Then there's Sunday Morning Call. I remember this when I first bought this album. This was like, oh, I love Sunday Morning Call. It's one of my favourite songs. I hear it now. I fucking hate this song. I hate it. I really don't like it. It's just the chorus. I kind of expect, like, what's that song? Is it Words by the Bee Gees? I keep on I've lost my voice. I can't do the kind of false. It's only words. You know, I think that's the song. I expect that. It's got a kind of same melody. I really don't like this song. Then you've got I See a Liar. I Can See a Liar, which it's like it tries to be Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is. It sounds kind of the same. It just doesn't have that. I don't know. It fails on every level that Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is kind of succeeds to me. It's just boring. It's a rocker. It's a rocker of a song. It's probably one of only two rockers on the album. You've got Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is and I Can See a Liar. And I guess you could say maybe Go Let It Out. But this song does nothing for me. And track 11, Roll Over, 6 minutes and 30 seconds long, so you've got nearly 7 minutes to close out the album. And again, when I was a teenager, I loved this song. I can't stand it now. It just shows you, I think it just shows how music taste can change. And it's almost one of the main reasons I wanted to do this. Because, you know, music tastes do change. And I still do really like this band, but a lot of songs that I didn't like, I like now, and vice versa. There are tracks I remember hating years ago when I was growing up, and I love now, which you'll find like later on in the list. But there is a saving grace. If you've got the Japanese bonus track edition, and you can find this Japanese bonus track on YouTube called Let's All Make Believe, they should have taken those three songs, Sunday Morning Call, I Can See a Liar, and Roll Over, got rid of them and put in Let's All Make Believe, because I have no idea why this was just a bonus track. And it would have been about a 36-minute album. I could have lived with that, because Let's All Make Believe is amazing. It's a great song. It would have been a perfect closer. Why it was a bonus track, I have no idea. But yeah, this song is just... It's well worth listening to. It's well worth listening to. If you listen to this album, go back and listen to Let's All Make Believe. It's really good. It doesn't seem to be on Spotify, but yeah, it's a really good song. So, I wish I could put Standing on the Shoulder of Giants higher than I've actually put it, but those last three songs kill the album for me. But the rest of the album's really good. Fucking in the Bushes, Go Let It Out, Who Feels Love, Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is, Little James, Gas Panic, Where Did It All Go Wrong? 7 great songs. That's 7 really good songs. Next. What number are we at now? 8, 7, 6. 5. Number 5. This one will be maybe controversial that I've put this quite so high. It's the one that everybody hates. Be Here Now. I've always liked this. Yeah, a lot of people go on about the songs being too long, but I'll get into that in a minute. Starts off with Do You Know What I Mean? One of my favourite opening tracks. I love it. Every thing does sound big on this album. It might as well be called, you know, Cocaine Now. Instead of Be Here Now, Cocaine Now. Coke Here Now. Coke Here Now. Yeah, it's the Coke album. They threw everything, and, you know, everything including the kitchen sink into this album. It's a really big sound, and Do You Know What I Mean? 7 minutes 42. I love every second of this song. It's great. My Big Mouth, really good rocking song. really big sounding. I love the way it begins. You got the it's really good. Then it comes out of that main riff. It's really, really good. And it's just about, how they open their big mouths and get into trouble. It's a great song. The next one's a song everybody hates. Magic Pie. I love it. I love the song. I've always really liked this song. I don't know what it's about. It's probably, no likes his magic pie, which I'm guessing is coke. It might as well just be called, coke pie, cocaine pie. But no, I love those vocals on this. It's really, really good. I love that song. Stand By Me. This was one of the singles on this. I actually think this might have been a number one single. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it was number one. I've never liked Stand By Me. I find it really boring. I think I know more of a faster song. It's a shorter song on the album at 4 minutes 23. Yeah, pretty good song. It's got a nice pre-chorus, got a good chorus. Yeah, I dig it. The Girl in the Dirty Shirt. I love the song. I think it's great. I know a lot of people don't like it. The lyrics are kind of nonsense, but I like the chorus. I think it's kind of good. I love the verses. I love the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is amazing. I love Liam's voice in it. I don't know. I quite like this song. I like the piano in it. It's a good song. I know everybody hates it. I like it. What you gotta do? It's my opinion. My video, my opinion. Feel free to disagree. That's what this video is all about. When I finish this video, leave comments. Tell me what you like and what you dislike. Great. And what this is all about is all about the discussion. So, discuss. Track 7, Fading Out. This is kind of western feel, kind of like a country western. Not like Kenny Rogers, but it's got like that. I don't want to make a Bon Jovi comparison, but like Wanted Dead or Alive. It's probably the best Bon Jovi song. It's kind of got that kind of twangy sound to it. It's one of my favourite songs on the album, this. I love it. Fading Out. I love the way it builds up. And Liam sounds amazing on this song. And he sounds exhausted by the end of it. Like he's just putting everything into the song. Yeah, I love it. It's a really good song. Followed by Don't Go Away. I've got the same problem with this song as I do about Stand By Me. It's really boring. I don't care for this song. Right, I am going to pause this while I change my battery. Sorry, my battery ran out. Yeah, so I'm not that fond of Don't Go Away. It's pretty boring. Be Here Now, the title track. I love this song. This is really good. This reminds me of something that would have been on Definitely Maybe. This is a really good rocking song. Yeah. I like the Wash Your Face in the Morning Sun. I forget the lyrics. I was like... Anyway, yeah, this is a really good song. Good example of a title track. And you've got All Around the World. This was their attempt to be like the Beatles song. This is 9 minutes and 20. They put every fucking thing into this song. Everything. It does go on and on, but that's what I like about it. It's good. It's good. It's a good song. I love the Beatles sound of it. It's really good. I might go on a bit too long, but I don't care. It's a good song. I don't mind a long song, it's good. It's getting better, man. It's maybe the one song that I would actually complain about the length of. It's 7 minutes long. Doesn't really need to be quite that long. But, yeah. It's not a bad song. Then you got track 12, All Around the World, Please. There's not really something that needs a reprise, is it? It's already 9 minutes 20. But no, I like this album a lot. I think it gets a lot of shit. People going about the production, and I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit about the production. I just want to hear a good album, and I've always liked this album. I'll always defend this album. I think it's a good. So that's my opinion. Yeah. If you don't like it, let me know. Where would you place it? Next one, number 4. What's the Story, Morning Glory? Oh wait, I forgot to give rankings for these. I'll put the rankings as I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, I ranked that. I ranked Heathen Chemistry 7 out of 10. Yeah. So 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for Heathen Chemistry. Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, I would give an 8. No, 7.5. 7.5, yeah. I'm not giving that an 8, no. Just those last 3 tracks, it doesn't get an 8. Be Here Now, yeah, another 7.5. Another 7.5, and that's good. Anything above a 5 is good. Anything above a 5, and every album he's getting above a 5. So I think they're all worth listening to. So what's the story, Morning Glory? Tony McCarroll, the drummer from the first album, he's out the door, and Alan White, he replaces him, and the first song is Howl. This is a great opening track. This is one of my favourite opening tracks ever. I absolutely love everything about this song. This is amazing. It does use a Gary Glitter riff. It actually credits Gary Glitter. Yeah, it's not something you want to be associated with. But yeah, it's a really good song, regardless of the connection. They didn't know him. They don't actually have connections to him. They just borrowed one of his riffs and a bit of his lyrics, So yeah, I'm not defending Gary Glitter one bit, but they didn't have anything to do with him. Right, anyway, track 2, Roll With It. Famous single, really good song. A lot of people don't like this. It's a good song. I like it. I like the chorus. I like the pre-chorus. I like this song. Wonderwall. It's Wonderwall. It's okay, but I will say, listen to it this time. I really noticed the cello, or is it a double bass? I think it's a cello. That cello makes this song. It makes it so much better. I still don't care that much about it. It's okay. Don't Look Back in Anger. Yeah, really good song. Really like this. Always like this song. I'll probably always like it. Yeah, great song. Hey Now. One of my favourites on the album. I love it. I absolutely love Hey Now. I love the delivery of the lyrics. It's just, it's really, really good. Then you've got the Untitled. The first Untitled song on this album, which is an excerpt from the Swamp song, which you'll hear me talking about later. 44 seconds long. Not really much to say about it. Some might say this was their first number 1 single over here. It's fantastic. It's such a good song. It's so catchy. It's just, it makes you feel happy. And that's the thing about a lot of these songs. They make you feel happy. They put a smile on your face, It's really happy music. That's why I like Oasis. People don't often talk about how happy the music could be, and this is a happy album for the most part. Cast No Shadow. This is a slower song, a little bit repetitive, but I really like this song. Really, this is a great song. She's Electric. Yeah, a really fun pop song. Really kind of funny, unusual lyrics. He's got a cousin. She's got a bud in the oven. It's great. I love it. Morning Glory. Yeah, you hear that little bit of the one I love in this. It's got that the kind of the same riff. I love this song. It's great. It's a really good rocking song. Probably the rockiest song on it. Next to maybe like Hey Now. Really, really good. Gets you pumped up. Then you got Untitled number 2, which is a second excerpt from the Swamp song, 39 seconds. And then it ends 7 minutes 20 seconds with Champagne Supernova. Fantastic closing track. It's just brilliant. So I am giving this an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, this is a whole. Yeah, this is. Wait, what did I say? Did I just say 8.5? I meant 9 out of 10. Fuck that. 8.5. No, this is a 9 out of 10. This album is amazing. There's a reason this is synonymous with British culture in the 90s. This changed people, It changed how people listen to music. It changed the way people dressed. People dressed like Oasis because of this fucking album. This is such an influential album. If you're British, you need to listen to this album. It's so good. I kept a lot of the rock off, definitely maybe, put in a little bit more pop, and it works really well. And the pop and the rock work really well together, makes an amazing album. Not quite as good as their debut, as you'll see, but yeah, really good album. Must hear. It's at number 4. This album must be heard though. It's only at number 4 because there are 3 albums I think that are better than it. But this must be heard. This is the album of the generation. If you've not heard this album, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Listen to this. It's great. Anyway, next one, Dig Out Your Soul. This is the last album. And it's one of 2 albums with a song without a song under 6 minutes. The other one being Don't Believe the Truth. And this is I scrolled down too far. I should have said What's the Story Morning Glories, 50 minutes and 6 seconds. Dig Out Your Soul, 45 minutes and 51 seconds. Starts with Bag It Up. This is a really unusual song. Got a really kind of unusual beat to it. And I think I was saying earlier that you can't confuse the vocals between Noel and Liam. Except for on this song. But I think they're both singing at the same time. Either that or Noel's doing something to his voice. It doesn't sound like Liam. But it also doesn't sound like Noel. But I think they might be singing at the same time in the verses. Because that's definitely Liam in the pre-chorus and in the chorus. The only thing wrong with the song is a bit like a song I'll talk about later. I think the outro goes on a bit too long. 4 minutes 40 seconds. It's a really good opener. It's really good. Gets you pumped for the album. This is a really rocky album. This is a real... the critics in that spoke about what was it? Heathen Chemistry and Don't Believe the Truth as being like comeback, as a return to form, you know. This is how they used to sound. No, this is how they used to sound. But without sounding too similar at the same time. And you got track 2, The Turning. I really love The Turning. There's a lot of talking about like the rapture, like the world ending and shit like that. It's like, no, The Turning's got a really cool bass. It's the whole verses are just like, you know, they're like just controlled by the bass, if you know what I mean. They're led by the bass is what I should have said. It's just, it's a really simple bass riff. I can play it, but it just sounds so cool. And that chorus is really good, you know, about Shake Your Rag Doll, you know. It's got a really cool 70s sound to it. It's really, really good. Then you got Waiting for the Rapture. This is quite unusual, this song. It's 3 minutes and 3 seconds long. It's one of my favourites. I love this song. Again, the rapture. There's a lot of talk about rapture in this song. It's like the end of the world. No, this is a really good song. I was actually quite late to listen to this album. I only heard this about 4 or 5 years ago. And I was actually really surprised. Then you got track 4, Shock of the Lightning. This was the first single from this album. This is a brilliant single. They knew what they were doing when they released this as a single. This is amazing. And one of the longest tracks on the album next to The Turning, 4 minutes 59. This is a proper rock song. This gets you pumped. The space, just the speed of the song, the way it's sung, the delivery, you know. This is such a pumping song. Then you've got I'm Out of Time. This was written by Liam. And this is him channeling as Liam Gallagher. Like really channeling it. Like, this is like, to say he's imitating John Lennon would be an understatement. This is like, if I was told this was a John Lennon song, I was like, yeah, he's like, it's like carbon copy. Still saying that, it's a really good song. I love it. I'm Out of Time. It's really, really good. And there's Get Off Your High Horse Lady. This again has got like one of those kind of western sounds, you know. It's got a kind of twangy guitar. Yeah, it's a really cool song. I really like the vibe of this. Then you've got, I think this was a single as well, Falling Down. This is one of my favourite Oasis songs. This is a song by Noel. And it's just, oh my god, this song just, it's one of the most slow paced songs as well. But just the way it's sung and that chorus and oh my god, this song is amazing. Also, a couple of these songs, I think it's The Turning and it might be Get Off Your High Horse Lady. They end with like the riff to Dear Prudence by the Beatles and The Sound of a Beach. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. Like, Dear Prudence is a great song. I just thought I'd mention that. Then you got To Be Where There's Life, which is written by Game Archer. This reminds me of that kind of psychedelic feel that's on Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, like Who Feels Love. Yeah, I really like the song. When I first heard it, this was the one where, like, okay, this is a bit of a dud track. No, I really like the song. It's really good. Ain't Got Nothing. And this song actually got stuck in my head for the longest time. It's a really thumping song. You know, it's a really good. And then this morning, when I was waiting to do this list, I was looking through the track title. I was like, Ain't Got Nothing. I can't remember that one. And I picked it up. I was like, oh yeah, I'll remember that. It was stuck in my head for fucking days. Yeah, it's a really good song. The Nature of Reality, written by Andy Bell, the bass player. Ain't Got Nothing, written by Liam. Nature of Reality. This is the one song on the album I don't like. 10 out of 11 songs. Can't complain about one dud song. That's why this album's so high on the list. Soldier On, really good closing track written by Liam. This song, this is the perfect swan song album. I love this. I don't know why this isn't spoken about more often. This album, it's fantastic. It's so good. It has to be heard. I don't know how people feel about this. I don't really know the rankings of these albums. This is just how I personally feel about them. There is a reason I put it above Definitely Maybe. I like the rockier sound more than the. I think What's the Story, Morning Glory. I think it blends pop in with rock really well. But I like the rockier sound a little bit better. And that's the only reason this makes it above it. But the thing is, they didn't do that again, really. You know, they went back to kind of the kind of mixing rock and pop. People think of them as kind of like a rock pop band, but that's really the only album they've done it on. What's Story, Morning Glory. So, down to the final two. Build up the tension here. Number 2 is the debut Definitely Maybe. It's the only album with drummer Tori McCarroll. It is 51 minutes and 57 seconds long. Starts with Rock and Roll Star. Brilliant opening track. Really gets you excited for the album. Great intro riff. Great intro. And you've got the drums driving you into it. Great delivery by Liam. And this is the only album without a lead vocal from Noel. It's all he does backing vocals and guitar only. Backing vocals and lead guitar, that is. The only thing about Rock and Roll Star is I think the outro goes on a bit too long. It's like rock and roll, it's rock and roll. It goes on a bit too long. But apart from that, it's a great song. 5 minutes 23. Could have been about 4 minutes 23. But yeah, great song. Shaker Maker, great song. Really good, really 90s. I love it. I love the lyrics there. They're really kind of really quite funny. Live Forever. It's iconic, isn't it? And it's probably one of like 2 songs that's actually just got that pop hook in it that they brought over to What's the Story. It's a classic. It's a really, really good song. Up in the Skies next. It sounds like a really upbeat song, but it's got like these really kind of nasty lyrics almost. It's weird. It's a really good song though. It's really good. But yeah, a lot of these songs like Rock and Roll Star, Shaker Maker, Live Forever, they make you feel really good. They're really kind of happy songs, upbeat songs. People don't often talk about that about Oasis, but so I think that needs to be said, how upbeat they can be, you know. Columbia. This is a really good heavy rock song. This is one of my favourites on the album. This is just... Oh yeah, just the solos, this just excites me, this song. All 6 minutes and 17 seconds of it, it just pumps my blood. It's why I listen to music. It's why I love music so much. It's for songs like that. It's great. Then you got Supersonic, another big single. I think even the documentary made about them is called Supersonic. Great song, really good kind of oddball lyrics, you know. She done it with a doctor or a helicopter. She sniffed it in the tissue, selling the big issue, you know. It's great. It's a really good song. Great kind of poppy chorus. Like you say that and Live Forever, the only two songs in there that kind of poppiness on it. But yeah, Supersonic, it's incredible. I keep on saying incredible, fantastic, but they're good descriptors of these albums. They're good. They're so fucking good. Bring It On Down. Again, this is another rocking song. I love this. It's a really fast, punky song. And I love all 14 minutes. Fuck, that would be 4 minutes and 17 seconds of this song. It's great. I love this song. Then you've got Cigarettes and Alcohol. Really good song. Really good riff. Great delivery by Liam. Yeah, this is awesome. It's hard to... I'm not very good at talking about lyrics or anything, but yeah, I just... How the music makes me feel. It's just... Yeah, Cigarettes and Alcohol is great. I love the chorus that. The solo's really good. Yeah, it's amazing. It's great. Dicey's Dinner. This is a weird one. This is like a kind of a ragtime song. It's all piano driven. It's got a piano solo in it. Yeah, it's an odd song. It sticks out like a sore thumb in this album. But I like it. It's a cute song. It's good. I like it a lot. Slide Away. This is kind of maybe the ballad of the album. Really amazing solos. Just the way Liam sings it perfectly. It's great. It's a really good song. Longest song on the album, 6 minutes 32. They've always done long songs. So when people go on about the length of Be Here Now, it's like they've always done long songs. But maybe it's because all the songs on that album are long. Maybe that's the main complaint. But all the songs on Be Here Now, I find it all more interesting. Even the ones I don't like that much. It's still kind of interesting. So I don't know what people are complaining about. Married with Children, kind of acoustic-y song. Yeah, good way to close the album. Kind of, it's like a breakup song, but it's like not taking it too seriously. Your music's shite, keeps me up all night. It's good. It's a good wee closer. Only 3 minutes 15. Cute wee closing track. Right, number one. It's the master plan. It had to be the master plan. This was the one that was set in stone. I struggled with some of the ones in the middle, like Standing on the Shoulder of Giants and Be Here Now. I struggled with that a little bit, but I knew my number one was going to be the master plan, and I knew my number 8 was going to be Don't Believe the Truth. Yeah, this is their compilation album. This is all B-sides, and this album boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. 14 tracks, all B-sides. It's like, how the fuck are these all B-sides? How's that even possible? I mean, right, I'll go track by track. Acquiesce. One of only 2 tracks I know of that is Liam and Noel both on lead vocals, whereas Liam sings the verses and Noel sings the chorus. It's a B-side to Some Might Say. The only other song that done that was Let There Be Love, as far as I know. Anyway, number 2, Underneath the Sky. Really good song. It's a B-side to Don't Look Back in Anger. It starts off with this weird riff, and then the whole song changes, although you kind of hear that riff underneath, that kind of vibrating riff underneath. But yeah, just the delivery of the song, the chorus is great. It's got the dual vocals at the end of the chorus. It's a really nice song. Talk Tonight. This is an acoustic-y song. Again, it's a B-side to Some Might Say. Really nice song. I love the riff that plays at the chorus. This really kind of this finger-picked riff. It's really nice. Really good song. Going Nowhere. This song's amazing. Oh, how the fuck is this be a B-side? It's a B-side to Stand By Me. One of the worst songs on Be Here Now. It's like Going Nowhere was the B-side. And I love the lyrics, it's like I'm going to get me a motor car, make it a Jaguar, give me a plane or a day of fame. You know, I want to be a millionaire. So can you take me there? Want to be rich because my life's so tame. Who doesn't relate to that? You know, of life being quite boring at times. You want things to be better. Yeah, it's a great song. I absolutely love Going Nowhere. Fade Away. Boy, this is good. This is a punkier song. This is a really fast-paced, punky song. And it's the B-side to Cigarettes and Alcohol. I love Cigarettes and Alcohol. But yeah, Fade Away is really good. And it's got the lyric, when we're living, the dreams we have as children fade away. It's kind of true. You dream of being a spaceman when you're a kid. When you're an adult, it's not gonna happen. Number 6 is the Swamp Song. This is a B-side to Wonderwall, and you'll hear the excerpts of that in What's the Story, Morning Glory, the album. Apparently I think this is an instrumental, and it reminds me a bit like Lagrange by ZZ Top. A little bit like Norman Greenbaum's Spirit in the Sky. It reminds me a little bit like that. Cool little instrumental. And you've got the live verse of I Am the Walrus. I love the song by the Beatles anyway. It's one of the heaviest songs. And they do a lot of justice. It's really good. I love I Am the Walrus. Just these oddball lyrics, it's oddball lyrics for the sake of being fucking oddball lyrics. They wrote it to fuck with the critics. This was probably the first troll song. I'm slaving you. This was probably the first troll song. They were trolling the critics. Everybody was analysing the lyrics of the Beatles. I mean, let's fuck with them. Let's literally write a song about nothing. You're sitting on a cornflake, climbing up the Eiffel Tower, and semolina pilchards, and pornographic priestess, Scrabble like a fishwife. It's like elementary penguin kicking Edgar Allan Poe's like. all the lyrics mean nothing. I am the Eggman, we are the Eggmen, I am the Walrus. I mean nothing. It's just, that's what's fun about it. Lyrics don't always need to make sense. You talk about bullshit, but I just thought it was this sort of, this is even talking about Oasis. This is talking about the fucking Beatles, which I will do one day. But it's a great song. Right, Listen Up. Yeah, a really nice song. Kind of one of the more kind of poppier songs. But yeah, I really like the riff and the chorus that leads into the outro. It's a really nice song. Both Listen Up and I Am the Walrus were B-sides to Cigarettes and Alcohol. Again, a lot of these songs are really long. Nobody complains though, do they? They only complain about Be Here Now. Nah. But I'll defend Be Here Now any day. Rocking Chair. This is a really nice song. This is a kind of acousticy song. Actually, I love this song. It's a good kind of almost shout song, kind of relaxing, almost like being you can imagine like being in a rocking chair while listening to it. It's a good song. Half the World Away. This is probably the most famous song on this album, because it was the theme song to the sitcom The Royal Family. That's Royal with an E. The Royal Family was just about. Is it working class family? Except they never fucking worked. That was the whole point. It's just about just a family called the Royals, Jim Royal and Barbara, and they sat in the living room and they spoke about the day. They're probably collecting their unemployment benefits. And yeah, I loved the Royal Family. I get some people don't like it. It's kind of a bit deadpan for them. But no, I always liked the Royal Family. And Half the World Away was the theme song to that. And it was the B-side to Whatever. Whatever was a single that was released. It's not on any album. I'm kind of glad of that because I don't really like Whatever. I think it's kind of a boring song. Stay Young. Oh no, fuck no. Half the World Away. It's Good to Be Free. Again, it's a B-side to Whatever. This is one of my favourite songs on the album. I love this song. It's got these really positive, upbeat lyrics, but it's got an almost snarl to it. It's got almost like sarcasm to it, like the way Liam sings it. It's like almost like he's being really sarcastic when he's saying, you know, paint me a wish on a velvet sky. I demand answers. You demand the answers, but don't know how. It's just, yeah, it's a lot of things that make me so happy. All I want to do is live by the sea. The little things that make me so happy, but it's good to be free. It's like, but he says it with like a snarl and sarcasm in his voice. But I love this song. I love the instrumentation in it. I love that riff, and I love the solos. It's just, this is a B-side. This should not be a B-side. I'm sorry for shouting so much, but my God, this album should not be a B-side album. And this is why it infuriates me. It's like, these songs are too fucking good to be B-sides. I wish this was a studio album, but I'm treating this like a studio album. So, you know, fuck yous. Stay Young. The B-side to Do You Know What I Mean? It's the one song I don't like on this album. It's just okay. It sounds a little bit like Listen Up, but Listen Up works for me. Stay Young doesn't. It's a bit annoying. I don't know what I don't like about it. It is a more poppy song. It's way more popular than anything that's on a Be Here Now. And it's a B-side to Do You Know What I Mean? Nah. And there's Head Shrinker. This is a B-side to Some Might Say. This song's fantastic. This is good. This is a really good punky song. The intro to this song reminds me of something else. I can't think what it is. Guys, listen to Head Shrinker and let me know what that main riff's from, because it's annoying me. I love it. I love Head Shrinker. I love the lyrics to it. And then you've got the Master Plan. This is the one everybody talks about. Everybody talks about the Master Plan when they're saying, how is this a B-side? But this is my whole analysis of this album, is how was this a B-side. This is, you know, the way like fucking, what was it, Be Here Now is like, you know, the Cocaine album. It's like, yeah, it might as well be called Cocaine Now, you know. This might as well have been called The Masterpiece, because it's like every song's a killer. Except for Stay Young, I don't care for that. But it's like, why is this a B-side album? You know, these could have been, they could have easily taken all these songs and re-recorded them in some way and made their own studio album. But apparently these were all fan suggested, and that's why they packed these 14 songs and made them into this album. But yeah, that is my favourite Oasis album, in my opinion. So, that was quite rambly, and I like talking about that, and I hope to do this again sometime. I like doing something different. I'm glad I managed to do this. I just need to get the time to do it. So that's my ranking. Number 1, the Master Plan. So let me know what you guys think. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Leave your list in the bottom. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a dick in the comments. Be respectful, you know. I'm a positive guy, so I'll respond to positive comments. And the ones, if you're being a cunt in the comments, I'll ignore you. Let me see your rankings. It's fine to disagree with me. That's what this is all about. It's all about discussion. And disagree with someone is absolutely fine. You know, disagree with me, leave your list in the comments. I will respond, except for if you're being a dick. So let us know what you think. Let me know what you think of the series. Because I want to keep doing this. I want to do more bands. Because the thing I've noticed about myself especially is that I'm a music person. I love music. And there are a lot of bands I like. But there aren't that many bands I know a full discography of. I think there's maybe 15, maybe 20 bands I know a full discography of. So this is going to be an expansion for me. And I like loads of different kinds of music. I'm known as like the metalhead. Right? To my mates and I don't think that's a good representation of me. I like hip hop. I like a bit of electronica. I like my metal. I like my black metal. I like death metal. I like melodic death metal. Okay, I'm getting into metal. I like a lot of 60s and 70s rock. I like my hard rock. I like a lot of soul music in the 60s. I like a bit of everything. I like a little bit of pop, 80s pop. I like a bit of everything. So I'm using this as a way to kind of expand what I'm listening to. Maybe listen to more discographies, because there are going to be, obviously going to be diamonds in the rough. Especially in bands I don't like, and I'm looking forward to that. So make suggestions of bands you want to see me do discographies for. And to wrap up Oasis, they are a band I really, really like. Oh, and by the way, the Master Plan is a 10 out of 10. And 9.5 for Definitely Maybe. Yeah. I'll put the scores in the video anyway. yeah, I love talking about this. I'm so glad I've done this. This was great. This was a lot of fun. A lot of fun listening to these albums. And they don't have a bad album in my opinion. You know, at the very least, they've got an album that's that's pretty good. But they've not got a stinker. They've got a couple of crap songs, but every album is worth listening to at least. You know, the top. Do you know what? It isn't the top 5 are worth listening to, but they're all worth listening to. But the essentials, I would say the essentials go from Standing on the Shoulder and Giants upwards. So that's, you know, 6 albums. 6 albums I think are essential. The other 2, Don't Believe the Truth and Heathen Chemistry, are, you know, if you're curious, check them out. But they're still very good. They're still really good. So they go from being very good to fucking masterpiece. I know they stole riffs and, you know, they used riffs here. I don't care. I like the music. They make me feel good to listen to. Yeah, I like. I've heard people say that they don't experiment. I think they experiment an awful lot, especially like, I mean, fucking, what's it? Yeah, especially on Standing on the Shoulder of Giants is really experimental. Be Here Now is really experimental. They use a lot of different sounds and that on it. And I like it when they experiment. I do. I really do. Yeah, really good band. I really like them. I've always liked them. So let me know what you think. Should I do this again? What band should I do next? I started off with a smaller discography that I knew, because I knew I could do this. So let me know what I should do. Give me a list of bands you think I should do. Most of all, leave your discography and your opinions of Oasis. Do you like them? Do you not? Why? Why not? And leave your ranking, because I want to see what you guys think, and I will respond to them. And yeah, you know, you be respectful and leave your rankings, and I will be respectful and leave a comment. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. I will continue doing films, of course. I've not stopped doing that. This was just, I just needed something different to do. This did take a while to do. We'll see how long it takes to edit. Because like I say, this was really good to do. It's a breath of fresh air, almost. So yeah, enough rambling. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.